Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be re-reviewing ProtonVPN going into 2022. And at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my opinion on if you should use ProtonVPN or not, according to my VPNTierList.com rating system. Here on the channel, we rate every VPN objectively as possible, letting you decide if you should use it or not. So guys, let's go ahead and jump in.
But wait, Tom, why should we listen to you? You're just some random guy on the internet, right? Wrong. I'm not just some random guy. I'm the guy who created the first VPN tier list. Now, I've pretty much rated every single VPN out there, and this is something no one else has ever done. I've been doing this for around 5 years now, and I've probably spent thousands of hours of reviewing VPNs. And that means these reviews are the most accurate on the internet, bar none.
So guys, first up, we're going to be talking about ProtonVPN's pricing model. Is it affordable according to our standards? Unfortunately not. Proton is one of the more pricey VPN offerings out there, included with their Proton Mail services. It's kind of up to you to decide if it's worth it or not. In my opinion though, there are VPNs out there that do it cheaper and offer pretty much the same features. Proton might disagree with that, however. Now, ProtonVPN does kind of have a free cool plan. It doesn't seem to be any limitations, so it could be one of the better free VPN services out there, at least in terms of data. That said, there are restrictions to the speeds, as well as the ability to unlock content and server selection. So there are limitations, just not quite in terms of bandwidth, which can be a pro or con depending on how you want to use a free VPN. That said, they also have a basic plan, which does have restrictions as well. And then they have their main plan, which is kind of like their main use VPN plan, which is around $100 a year or $96 a year, as well as monthly around $10 per month. They don't have any 6-month plans. They do have like this visionary plan for $30 a month that includes Proton Mail. It's quite pricey though. And they also have the annual plan, which is around $300 a year for Proton Mail plus ProtonVPN. Then they also have 2-year plans for around $160 2 years and $480 every 2 years. So you also get 10 VPN connections, which is good. And they include pretty much everything in this plan here. ProtonVPN, it's definitely expensive. If it's worth it, that's kind of up for you to decide. But if we look at my point system, we can see that they don't get any points for 1 month because it's $10 a month and not under $9.50. They don't have a 6-month plan. The 1-year plan is around $100, and they also are too expensive for these other plans. They do have the 30-day refund, no timers on their website, no price increases after the terms offered, and 10 simultaneous connections. So they do get some points there, around half the points for pricing. Next up, we can take a look at their application. You know, this is, I think, one of the better looking applications. It's got a really nice big interface with plenty of information, a nice color scheme. So that's nice. They've also been improving it a good amount lately. WireGuard is probably the biggest improvement I've noticed. Custom DNS is cool. And some of these things like split tunneling, I do really like. They are missing a couple things. Fire Stick support and browser extensions. Last year they did have an extension on the store, but I found out it was some malevolent actor who had put an extension on the store, and ProtonVPN, after I contacted them, did remove that extension. I think so. That is good to see. They took that down. They still don't have an extension, which is a little bit of a shame since most VPNs do. They could be working on that. Now, ProtonVPN did specify me in communication behind the scenes that they are working on bringing that Fire Stick app soon to native support. You can load an APK, but it's not searchable as an app. So they are working on that as of now. They also said they're working on port forwarding as an option, which is nice for torrent users. They didn't really specify anything about the SOX5 proxy support or dedicated IPs. Outside of that, though, they do have split tunneling, a Linux UI, DNS controls, ad blocking, a good interface, kill switches, and WireGuard support. So overall, it's a decent application. Missing a couple things here that they said they are working on. Now guys, since I did kind of get lackluster speeds, I did kind of want to check with ProtonVPN to see if I could improve those speeds a little bit, to see if it was just a poor speed test. And we're going to be looking at, you know, what we can get with a new speed test going forward, just to give these guys another little bonus speed test, I guess, just to make sure. We wanted to be accurate here. We can look at this session right here. It says up volume is around 97, down speed 89, and this is pretty good. And if we're looking here, we did get a better speed test result here, around 636, which is pretty good. All right, so we're kind of doing that torrent test to see what kind of speeds we could get if it's anything faster than this area. Right now, we're getting a little bit higher peaks around that same area, but once again, kind of going down a bit, around 32, a little bit faster. 46 is actually pretty good, 50. So we're getting pretty good results now. 55 is pretty much what we are looking for. You can see the chart moving it here a little bit. So overall, not too bad here. Not the fastest, but now that I've kind of disconnected, reconnected a couple times, we're getting pretty good performance. 70 is actually exactly what we're looking for. 80, 90. Strangely enough, we're really taking off now, skyrocketing, in fact, 103. So not really sure what's going on here with Proton, but the speeds seem to vary. We're either getting pretty slow or exceedingly fast, so kind of interesting. So guys, how does Proton do in the next category, that being privacy and stuff like that? Actually pretty damn well. They have no ad trackers on their website, like Google Analytics or anything like that. Additionally, they have 0 trackers and 7 permissions, which is really, really good. So overall, Proton is doing excellent in the privacy audit. They also have 2-factor authentication on their website. They don't collect any logs. They have tons of complimentary privacy offerings, especially in the form of Proton Mail, one of the most popular email services out there. They also have no history of mismanaged data leaks and no company acquisitions, since it's owned by the same people it always has been. So overall, definitely one of the best VPNs in terms of the privacy audit. Really good job here, team. Seems like they really kind of focused their entire efforts on this privacy section, which can make sense. It's a VPN. And a lot of VPNs miss the mark here, even though they do care about privacy too. So it's good to see that they really nailed it here. Good job, ProtonVPN. Next up, if we talk about customer support, I did give them a 0 here. They don't have that ability to respond to under 1 hour. I did talk to the team, and they said for kind of normal accounts, on the various accounts, they have different level of customer service. So the highest paid accounts get the best customer service, which should respond within 3 hours, which is pretty good. Not bad at all, actually. And then for regular accounts, around 8 hours, which isn't bad. So overall, not bad customer support per se, but there have been other VPNs out there, namely stuff like TorGuard, Hi.me, WeVPN, and even Molven have responded to my tickets within 1 hour, with cheaper price points as well. So I don't think necessarily that you can't get better customer support or faster from other VPNs. ProtonVPN could improve that a little bit, getting more customer support representatives, getting more speed there for every single offering would be ideal for every customer, I think. But overall, not too bad. They also did want to mention they have really good live chat. So if you're interested in live chat and that kind of thing, that's something you could go for as well with ProtonVPN. The thing here on the channel, I don't really count live chat as much as I used to, since a lot of VPNs have had trouble with it. I've also noticed that a lot of VPNs that do offer live chat, it can be really inconsistent and take like 30 minutes to solve a problem. My experience, most people for sending in a quick ticket, coming back maybe an hour later or something like that, having a response and not having to sit, I mean, in terms of hyperbole, all day at the computer, but you get what I'm saying. So that's why I don't count it as much anymore. But in Proton's favor, they do have live chat. So there you go. If that sounds good to you more so than being able to fulfill that 1 hour ticket response time. So guys, let's go ahead and do the streaming test. Can ProtonVPN work to unblock a US content title of Netflix? We're going to be using Braveheart RSI test because it's only available in the United States, as you can see right here. So let's go ahead and see if it can work. We are connected right here, and let's type in Braveheart. If it shows up, that means we are unblocking the US version of Netflix. And there you can see it, Braveheart right there. So ProtonVPN, I've also tested with other ones. It does seem to be working for most streaming services. So overall, not a bad streaming option. Good job, ProtonVPN. So guys, now that we're here at the end of the review, is Proton something I recommend? Well, it kind of depends on what you're looking for. It's definitely one of the most private VPNs in terms of its privacy. I think they've done an excellent job there, especially with some of the bonuses like open sourcing their clients and having public audits. I don't always think that those are the most important things to look for, but if a VPN could successfully pass the privacy audit here on the channel and have bonuses, that's only better in my opinion. Speeds were also pretty good. It did take some finagling here and there, not sure why, but I was managed to really get an excellent throughput from this VPN, pretty much maxing out my speeds, competing with some of the best VPNs out there. Customer support was a little slower than I would like, but that said, 3 hours is not bad for a ticket response time, right? So they did a good job there, and they also have live chat too, if that's something you want to use. Streaming actually impressed me, showing Braveheart, working to unblock the US version of Netflix, and it did perform well with some of the other options too that I tested behind the scenes. Application is quite good, a very nice layout, most of the modern features you want, and missing a couple things they are working on. Like I said, Fire Stick support should be coming soon, as well as port forwarding, making it a better VPN for torrent users. That said, I'm still waiting on browser extensions, SOC5 proxy support, and dedicated IPs if that ever comes. Fingers crossed. They do have cool things like a Linux GUI and stuff like that though, which is nice, and not many VPNs offer those kind of features. Going into the pricing, like I said, Proton is an expensive VPN provider. That said, they do have that free VPN option, but it is limited, so it's kind of up to you. Overall though, guys, ProtonVPN gets a 40.52, making it a solid A-tier VPN, worth your time, I think. It's really up to you if you want to use it. If you guys want to use it, check out my link in the description or pinned comment below. I'm not an affiliate yet with ProtonVPN, but if you guys do decide to click on that link and they let me in their affiliate program, I might make some money with that link, and you guys can support me that way. Anyways, guys, thanks for this honest and biased review, and I'll see you in the next one very soon.